Good evening, all. Today is the World Liver Day, so I wish all a very happy Liver Day, healthy liver, healthy life, long life. Now, today, the World Liver Day is actually considered on 19th April. It was first initiated on 19th April 2012, and then since then, the World Health Organization has actually made this day as the World Liver Day, April 19. Now, why this day is important? This is very important because it's a day when we can spread awareness about the importance of liver health, why the health of liver is very important for us, and what are the risk factors, causes which can actually impact the health of the liver and the overall health of the body. So, for creating awareness, for creating awareness regarding the healthy eating habits, healthy lifestyle habits, and if there are certain risk factors, to get them treated on time. So to make all this information to be spread amongst the population all over the world, this day has been actually considered the World Liver Day. So first of all, why liver is very important for us? See, liver is very important. Actually, it is the central, most important organ where the whole, you can say, most of the major metabolic pathways, they actually converge and operate, and it is very important in the detoxification processes, in actually regulating the lipid metabolism, regulating the glucose, the carbohydrate metabolism, the fat metabolism. So it is the central organ for the metabolic regulation. And when the liver is working properly, when the liver cells are healthy, which are known as hepatocytes, then the overall metabolism of the body is taking place on the right track. So if we actually create any kind of a mistake and that becomes risky for the health of the liver, damages the liver cells, then that is very, very difficult to actually replace. Liver cells can regenerate, liver can regenerate to some extent, but if the damage is taking place continuously and to that extent it has reached that it is very, very difficult to actually bring the function of the liver back, then we are actually heading towards the degeneration of the liver. So what happens, there are stages of liver degeneration, like we are talking about liver health. So what is the alarming condition which is happening nowadays, which is actually happening in children also, and that is actually leading to problems in the adulthood? This is mostly obesity, overweight, and this increased weight and unhealthy lifestyle practices are leading to the accumulation of fat in the liver, which is known as the fatty liver. And this fatty liver can occur due to intake of alcohol, whatever amount. Even if you're taking a small amount of alcohol or you're taking a large amount of alcohol, doesn't make a difference. Any single drop of alcohol is very, very dangerous for the liver, because if you're drinking regularly and you think that you are not taking in much of alcohol, that is also fake notion. Alcohol is totally dangerous for the liver, no matter how much you're taking. So there are no any such recommendations which promote that this much amount of alcohol is tolerable and can be taken. So basically we consider alcohol is very unhealthy for the liver. So there are two conditions. One is the danger due to alcohol, one is the danger which is not because of alcohol but due to some other risk factors. Okay, so there we have two kinds of fatty liver diseases, the alcoholic fatty liver disease, and then we have a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And this non-alcoholic fatty liver disease mostly happens and it remains undiagnosed, or if you are not alert or aware of the liver health, you might come across this problem after some many years of damage, and suddenly you come to know that you have a fatty liver. and that is then very difficult to actually reverse. Okay, then that progresses to what we call as Steatohepatitis, where most of the liver cells are damaged, and that can then progress to scarring and the fibrosis of the liver, which is known as cirrhosis, ultimately liver cancer and end stage liver disease. So this kind of a fatty liver is actually progressive disease. If the causing factor, the causal agent is not removed on time, if the treatment is not taken on time, if we are not aware of what are the risk factors, what kind of lifestyle we are actually dealing with, we are living, that is actually causing damage to the liver, then it's very, very difficult to find out how healthy our liver is. So it sometimes just comes across suddenly when you're going to the doctor for some other kind of a checkup or some other kind of a diagnosis, and you come to know that you have a fatty liver. Okay, so what are the risk factors for this? The risk factors are, one most important is unhealthy lifestyle, more of eating, obesity, overweight, okay, more of intake of processed canned food, more of eating of outside food, refined carbohydrates, more of eating of packaged foods or beverages which contain fructose, because fructose is completely metabolized by the liver and is converted into fat. So when you're taking more of fructose, it's actually converted into fat and deposited in the liver, so it is a direct agent causing fatty liver. Okay, then we have this packaged salted snacks. Salt is actually also a very, very dangerous thing. High salt intake, which causes more of the sodium causes more of fluid retention and high blood pressure, which can also be damaging to the liver. So these are actually the conditions which are related to the lifestyle. If you're having some other kind of risk factor, suppose you are insulin resistant, you are diabetic, you are hypertensive, you have a high triglyceride, high cholesterol, or you have a cardiovascular issue, these are also the direct causal agents for causing fatty liver. High triglycerides are very, very harmful, and these high triglycerides come from refined carbohydrates, from added sugars, which we actually take from the processed food containing, most of the foods containing preservatives and additives. So we have to take care of all these things, and basically the conditions which I actually has explained earlier, that is hypertension, high triglyceride, cardiovascular issue, insulin resistance, these 4-5 problems are actually considered as a metabolic syndrome or X syndrome, which is connected to fatty liver disease. Okay, now what happens is that other things also can cause fatty liver, that is the over-the-counter drugs. If you're misusing drugs, okay, that is you are taking it without any prescription, that can also lead to the fatty liver conditions. So all these problems, they are increasing day by day. So the prevalence of fatty liver disease is increasing, and it is about around 32% of the Indian population is affected by it. And in this, we cannot ignore the age group below 30s also. Even the children are also in this group. So we have to take care of all these factors from the beginning only, from the childhood only. How the child is eating, what are the eating habits, what we are feeding them, how we're cooking our food, that is very important also. Even if you're feeding home cooked food and you're giving more of fried food, if you're not cooking the food properly, so it is actually damaging the nutrients in the food, so that can also be damaging to the liver. So we have to take care of many things. Basically, adopt a healthy lifestyle, have a consistent exercise routine, and try to avoid processed foods with preservatives, additives, then the beverages, outside beverages which contain large amount of fructose, and have ample amount of sleep also. Be away from stress, because stress is also has a direct connection with all these problems. So what is happening is, when you are stressful, you are binge eating, you're eating more. So more of eating outside food, convenience food, that is also causing insulin resistance, and that is directly connected to fatty liver. So all these unhealthy practices, the end result is we are actually ending up with a fatty liver. And if this gets unchecked, then we are actually getting into more of a problem which cannot be reversed. When the liver becomes scarred and fibrotic and hard nodular like structure, then we don't have any option rather than just going for a liver transplant, which is not very easy. And we have the added problems regarding that also. So before we come to that stage, I think it's very, very important that today on the World Liver Day, we pledge to take care of our liver. We follow healthy eating habits. We follow a consistent exercise routine. We have ample amount of sleep, and we try to keep ourselves away from stress. Okay, so I wish all a very happy, healthy liver, and take care. Bye.